YouTube? We're back with another episode. What the hell am I doing? This week, we're back with another homemade hot sauce challenge. If you guys didn't see last week's, I did one then too. You can always go back and check that episode out. I did a couple of good hot sauces. My habanero sauce I absolutely loved. And the scorpion knuckle sauce was actually a little bit hotter than I thought it was going to be. I actually got cramps, believe it or not, later on that day when I was about to start my Explore. So that stuff is lethal. So you gotta be careful. But the habanero one, I stand by as a more of a normal people type sauce. That one's really good, and I actually finished that bottle already. So yeah, if you guys didn't see it, go check that video out. Before we get started with this week's sauces, I just want to say thanks to everybody who checked out my last Explore last weekend. That video was my most successful video to launch so far, especially from the Explorers. So that was cool to see. That one really had a good start and a good week. And I just want to thank everybody who took the time to watch it, leave a comment and hit that like button. That was amazing. So before we get into this one here, please make sure you hit that like button. And if you want, you can leave a comment afterwards. Tell me if you make homemade hot sauce. So yeah, we're back with part 2 of the homemade hot sauce challenge. Again, if you don't know how this is the challenge itself was actually growing the peppers from seed, getting them to survive the season, and then actually making a hot sauce that turns out to be good or not. That's the challenge. And of course, now eating it, that's a challenge too, because these ones are not going to be, they're not going to be like the habanero sauce. They're going to be hot. So the challenge obviously comes from the heat now as the source of the challenge. But yeah, so I retooled one of last year's sauces. It's the Viper Venom sauce. So the 2022 edition is going to be a little bit different. The main reason being is that I called it Viper Venom after the Trinidad Viper Purple Bhut cross. And I was looking at the recipe as I was making it this year, and I thought, you know what, for a sauce that's named after this pepper, there's not enough of them in there. So I didn't really change much of the recipe, but what I did do was add more of the yellow Vipers, Viper X peppers I call them, which is the Trinidad Viper cross with Purple Bhut. But I'll call it Viper X for short. So yeah, I added more of those because that was supposed to be the star of this sauce. And that's a really good tasting pepper, and that's why I created Viper Venom, because I like that pepper and I want it to be the star flavor. So this one's been retooled. I have not tried the 2022 version yet. I've destroyed all mine from last year, and of course I still have a couple jars left if people want to get last year's. But the main thing is now, how is this year's? It seems really thick. Let me shake that a little more. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how the flavor profile changed from adding those extra ones. Okay, there we go. So let's pour some of this out. See, this might be a little overfilled here, but you can see it's a thick sauce again. It's not this thick. It's just the jar. The bottle's almost filled to the top. So it's got nowhere to go. Once some starts coming out, it'll start coming out easier. As you can see, it's not ridiculously thick that it can't pour out. It's my fault for putting too much in the bottle. But once you get that little air spot at the top, it should start coming out a little easier. And I'm reusing bottles. These are not the kind of bottles I put my sauce in. I can it in mason jars. So, okay. It is thick. It is a thick sauce, like I said. I'm just shooting this stuff everywhere trying to get it out. Okay, it's almost at the point now where we start to pour. But we're almost at the point now where we don't need any more. See, as it's starting to, now it's starting to come. Okay, see, there you go. Don't overfill your stuff. That is a massive, massive spoonful of Viper Venom 2022. And now you can see there's a bit of a gap right here from the top, which will totally change the way it pours. Shame on me for being a moron, I guess. Okay, well, let's try this one, and then we're going to move on to a new sauce, a completely brand new sauce for this season. All right, make sure you guys hit that like button, leave a comment, tell me if you like hot sauce, or if you make your own, blah, 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 or if you're going to watch my Explore video tomorrow. Okay, Viper Venom 2022. Yeah. It's a bit of a chewy one, like they all are. It's got a bit of a kick to it. It's all over the roof of my mouth. It's all over my tongue mostly. Nothing on my lips, nothing in my throat. This sauce is good. Sorry, I'm picking my ears and everything. I'm sorry. It's hot. It's not super hot. I would say it started out about a one, maybe a 1.5 peak. It's not really building anymore. It's mostly in the top of my mouth, in the back. It's a little bit on my tongue. It's not burning my throat at all. But now that I've had a taste of it, there's a lot more present flavor of that Viper X pepper, which is what I was going for. It's more of a star. Like, you get the garlic hit. I didn't even smell it. Yeah, see, it smells garlicky, but you can smell the peppers. Yeah, you can smell there's more pepper in there, but you can still smell the garlic. But I'm salivating again. Like, this stuff makes me salivate for more. Yeah, that's good. The Viper X definitely changed. Like, adding the extra ones definitely changed the flavor profile. That is more of a pepper forward flavor now. But it's not an insanely hot pepper. Like, the burn's already fading away. It's still burning the top of my mouth a little bit, but the majority of the burn, and yeah, if I check, yeah, I'm sweating. I always do. But the majority of that first impact is already going away, and I'm left with a bit of a burn in the back of my throat from the hotter peppers that are in this. But that wasn't noticeable at first from the original burn, which is majorly from the Viper peppers, the Viper X. So yeah, that's a pretty good sauce. I would not say this is normal people level heat, but this would be one that could bridge the gap from the contender, which is normal people heat, because it's habanero. That would bridge the gap to, this would be like the next step, I think. This isn't insane like ghost pepper. It's not insane like Reaper, but it's going to kick you in the face for a second, and you're going to feel it. So I really like that. Really like how the Viper X, the extra ones, changed the flavor. It's a little more pepper forward, but you could taste the fruitiness and that peppery flavor that it has. And that's, I think that was a good decision to add more of those. So I think that formula moving forward is going to be the sauce that I use. I'm going to use that formula again next year. I don't foresee a change to that. Okay, and the next sauce here, I think I overfilled too. This one here is a completely new sauce. This one's called TKO. And this one here, this is kind of a bridge the gap kind of sauce too, but this one might have a little more kick than that. We're going to find out in a minute. This sauce is another habanero type sauce. And I say type because there's another pepper in it, and you can see I'm sweating. See, that one is hot. It's just not insane, but everything makes me sweat. So this one here, I used habaneros in this one, and I also used a lot of chocolate bhutlas. Not a ton of them. Shouldn't say a ton of them, but it does contain chocolate bhutlas. I'm just sweating like crazy now. Sorry, guys. But I noticed that my sauces use a lot of Morugas, Reapers, Leviathans, ghost peppers. A couple of them have a taste of chocolate bhutlas, but I didn't have a sauce that featured a good amount of chocolate bhutlah with another pepper. So I wanted to do that with the habanero because I think their flavor profiles will cross well. I think the burns will mix well. And I wanted to make a sauce that would be a little hotter than the habanero, but not insanely hot. So that's why I put some of the Bhutlahs, but not too many. Because I didn't want to make it intense. I just wanted to add a little of their flavor and sting. But yeah, I haven't tasted this one yet. This is the first iteration of this sauce. So I think it's time to give her a taste to see how it goes. I'm already melting, so let's see how this one gets me. And this one is full to the top too. I made a mistake doing that. I won't do that again. But yeah, you can see the consistency is the same. It's the same type of thing. I blend it by hand with an immersion blender, so I blend to a consistency that I'm happy with, and the base recipe is very similar for every sauce, minus the pepper changes basically. So you're gonna get a consistent sauce that's thick, not too thick like this might appear to be, but it's gonna stay in place. See, now it's coming out. And yeah, this one's got a little bit of a different color than the last one. Crap, let's go a little more. There, oh, okay. Yeah, so there you go. That's another big spoonful. So this one, I have no idea how bad it's gonna be. I assume it's gonna be hot because of the Bhutlahs. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this one. I wanted to use it on my food this week, but I always film the video first and give you guys an honest opinion of what I'm doing here before I taste anything. So again, if you haven't, hit that like button, leave a comment, share if you want, and subscribe. This is the TKO hot sauce from Champ Sauce. Okay, that's a good sauce too. I didn't smell it again. Sorry guys, I'm all over the place. But it smells garlicky. It smells like Champ Sauce. I can't smell the peppers in this one as much. So this one, it's got a good kick to it. It doesn't seem to be hotter than that one. So that's good. Sorry. Took my hat off. My hair is a mess now because I got hat head. But this one definitely isn't hotter than that one, so that's good. This one is a bridge the gap kind of sauce, more so than this. So this would be, you got the habanero contender sauce. This would be the next one in the heat scale. This is probably a 0.5. And then you go to this. This is like a 1.5. Now that I've had a minute here, the burn's starting to pick up on my tongue. It's still fading in the roof of my mouth. I don't feel that renewing. So the burn on my tongue has changed from the habaneros in this. And it's a little bit in my throat, probably from the Bhutlah. But yeah, and I'm sweating a bit, but not as much as that one. But yeah, that's good stuff. Whew. I'm gonna have to enjoy these more on food, but I'm sweating all over. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's burned on my lips now from this one too. It's like a 0.5, maybe a 1. Maybe it's still intensifying now. My tongue is on fire, especially in the front. My lips are starting to burn. I'd have to try this one on its own to see how hot it actually is. But I'm pretty sure this one's a little bit hotter. The Viper Venom, that is. But yeah, those are the 2 new sauces. I think they're pretty good. So if you guys are interested in Champ Sauce, get in touch with me. I do deals for 3, or they're $15 for 1. It's 30 for 3. Ugh. It's definitely in my throat more. And yeah, Bhutlah burns. It's there. But yeah, that's all we're gonna do with these today. I'm impressed with these. The Champ Sauce lineup is getting stronger, that's for sure. Thank you all for watching my Explore videos. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for hitting the like. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel there. Check out last week's exploration of abandoned train caboose. And check out this random video here. We'll see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, with my next explore, which is going to be pretty crazy. We'll see you guys then. Thanks for tuning in.